Hello bachcha log, welcome to Data to Info. In today's video, we will look at Python for data analytics and data science cheat sheets. What is meant by cheat sheets? It means you will get all the basic and important fundamental idea of Python according to data science and data analytics. Alright, before moving forward, this is our website. Go ahead and check this out, data2infolabs.com. We write articles over here. So let me show you the list that we are going to cover in this series. Okay, Python for data science cheat sheets. In the first part, we are going to touch the topics of Python. We are going to divide these topics into two parts, part 1 and part 2. Okay, this one is part 1 that we are going to see today. After that, in this series further, we will look at NumPy libraries, SciPy, Pandas. Pandas is a very mighty library. It will be most useful in terms of your interview purposes. Most asked questions are from Pandas and NumPy. Alright. Then there is Scikit-learn, Matplotlib for your charts and graphs. Alright. Then Seaborn and Bokeh is also we will look at. Okay. So you can please feel free to use any of the editor, Python editor. You can go for VS Code as well, or just go for Jupyter as well. In our case, we will go with Jupyter. Okay, so let's start with the Python basics, and please don't expect me to touch every topic in depth. All right, because this is a cheat sheet, not a full depth information. Okay, so all right, what is Python basics? What comes under our mind when we say basics of Python? The variables, right? Let's start with the variables. So I would say variables and its assignments. Alright, so let's start with the variable and its assignments. Let's take a variable, any variable you want, x. Assign any value to it. Let's say I assigned a value 5. Alright, so how can we see the value of it? You can just print x, shift enter, and there is a value that you did assign to the variable x. Alright, what are the calculations that you can do with the variable? Let's see. X, you can add something with it, like a plus 2. What you get? 7. You can minus something from it. What you get? 3. 5 minus 2, 3. Correct? You can multiply something to it. Let's say like this. Multiply by 2. You will get 10. Very good. Can we do exponentiation of a variable? Yes, of course, we can do exponentiation. How to do that? Double star, x double star 2. So it's exponential raised to the power. X raised to the power 2. We can read it like this. It will give me 25. 5 raised to the power 2, 25. Very good. What about the division of a variable? What about the division of a variable? You can go for division as well. X divide, let's say 2.5. Of course. What about the modulus of a variable? What I mean by modulus is that the remainder of a variable. How to find the remainder? Let's say I want remainder of x. So use the symbol modulus. Use the symbol modulus and you will get the remainder 1. 5 modulus 2, remainder is 1. Okay. Very good. That's about the calculations with the variables. Let's dive into the types and the type conversions of the variable. See, in the Python data types, there are many data types. Okay. So in this video, I won't go into all those data types. We will save the other data types for the second video as well. So I will tell you some of the type conversions over here. All right. So let me mark it down to type conversions. See, there are string conversion. STR we call it. Okay. So let me tell you what is the type of this x. What is the type of this x? How to check it? There is a function called type of x, and you will get int. So this is an integer type. So can I convert this integer type of x into a string? Yes, we can using what? Using str of x, and you will get the type changed. Okay, you will get the type changed. So see, now the x coming under quotation marks, single quotes or double quotes, whatever it is. So what whatever comes under the quotation marks, it is considered as a string. So now it is a string. Very good. How to convert string into integer? Using int. Put it into int. So this is how you can convert it into integer. How to convert it into float? There is a float function or type conversion, right? Use float 5.0. How to convert it into a Boolean value? There is a function called bool function. There is a function called bool function. It returns true or false, right? Variables to Boolean, variables to float, variables to integer, variables to string. That is what we saw here. All right. Very good. Very good. What next? What next? Let's see how we can. Let's say if we don't remember the description about any of the functions or keywords that we use in Python, how to see that? You can't go over the internet and look for the documentation. It's a very complicated thing. So what Python did, Python gave us a keyword called help. Help. You can just type help, or in the brackets of help, you can type any function. Let's say I want to know about string, str. I want to know about strings. So just shift enter and it will give me the description and example that how to use it. Right? This is very, very convenient. You can go for help to ask the help for help function. All right. Very good. Very good. What next? Let's see about the strings. Let's go and see about the strings. Okay. So let's assign a string to a variable first. I underscore string. This is my variable. Okay. Use any convention you want for your variable. Okay. Camel convention, snake convention, whatever you want. And assign a value to a variable. Always remember the variable value comes under quotation marks, single or double. I will use a single, no problem. Is its string is awesome. Okay. Very good. Now this is my variable, and I can just look at the values of the variable just by enter. Now this is my value of the variable which contains, right? Very good. What are the string operations that we can perform? Let's say with this variable name, if I multiply something, let's say I multiply 2, what will happen? It will give me the resultant value twice. It will give me this value twice. Means it is multiplying each and every character twice, right? This is what it is doing. Let's see. Each and every character has shown twice. All right. What next? Can we add two different variables? Let's see. This is my first variable. Okay. And I want it to add with, means concatenate with, using plus sign with another variable. Another string. This is another string in quotation mark. Okay. So if I concatenate it, it will like append at the end. Okay. So this is concatenation in the variables that we can do. All right. Can we look at and find any of the character inside the variable? Yeah, we can look at any of the character or find any of the character inside variables value. Let's say in this value, my string, I want to find is. Is there is keyword over there? Yeah. Let's see. is in my string. If it is in my string, it will return me true. Otherwise, it will return me false. Let's see. Yeah, true. Because is under this string. Alright. Very good. What next then? We can see more of the string operations. Like, what do you think you can access any of the characters from the string value? How to access it? According to the indexes, right? The index value you can provide. This is my string variable. Inside square bracket, you can give the indexes like 3. I gave 3. So it will give me third index character S. See? Third index character S. Always remember that it starts from 0. The index starts from 0 in Python. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So likewise, 0, 1, 2, 3. Third is S. So it will give me S, right? Okay. What about the slices? Can we slice it and extract the range of characters from the string? Yes, we can do that as well. How to do that? Let's go to the square brackets. I want starting from 4th character, colon, and I want 9th character. 9 minus 1. So it comes in n minus 1 at the last. So the 9 minus 1, 8. So it is from 4th to 8th character, right? So whatever the 4th to 8th character is there, it will be returned to me. Alright. So this is the slicing of the variables. What others important methods that you can go for? The string methods, I can say. Let me write a markdown over here as well. String methods. What are the string methods over there? There is a uppercase method. You can convert each and every string value into uppercase. Let's say this is my string variable. Use the function upper dot upper. Use the brackets as well. And each and every character will be returned in the uppercase. You can return it into the lowercase as well. Use the method lower, right? Lower. Each and every character will be in the lowercase. Very good. What about the count? There is a count method as well, which we can count the character who comes how many times in the string value. Let's say I want to count using count method. I want to count if there is any W, no, the Sense of Western Garden W. Yeah, the W comes only one time in this string. Very good, right? The count the string elements. How can we replace string elements? We have the replace function with us. Let's use the replace function. In the replace function, we have to provide two parameters. Let's say I want to replace E. Comma, with which value? I want to replace E with I. Let's say I want to replace E with I. How to do that? Like this. Now see, the E has been replaced with I. Alright? Very good. How can we strip the white spaces? Means, this is the, okay, now this is the string, okay? So let me assign some white spaces to it. Let me put some white spaces at the back and at the front as well. Okay. So I have put it the white spaces at the front and back. Okay. Now I have assigned this to the same variable again. Now using the strip function, this is a built-in function. What it will do? It will remove the white spaces from front and back. Okay. This is very, very easy. All right. Okay. Let's talk about the list. The lists are very important. Okay. One of the data types, you can go for list. Then there is a tuple. Then there is a dictionary and set and frozen set and all those stuff. We will, store it for the next video, part 2. All right. So in this video, we will look at the list. Let's mark it down. All right. Okay. Before going for list, I want to assign some of the variables which I can put inside the list. All right. So let's say I want to create a variable A and assign the value to it as a is. All right. Very good. Take a variable again for B. Assign something to it. What I can assign? Let's say any value. Nice. Very good. Now create a list. To the list name my list. Okay. It's a very good name. List always comes under square brackets. Square brackets. The list can contain any data type value. It can contain numerical value. It can contain string value. It can contain boolean value, float value, any data type value. All right. Okay. Let's go for a list. I want to assign a string value. Let's say I, again a second string value, let's say list. Then the variables we created, yes, the variables we created. We can also assign or put the functions inside the list. Okay? So don't forget that. Sometimes the interviewer might ask, can we put the functions inside the list? The answer is yes. All right. Now, how to show the list? Shift enter, and this is the values inside our list. All right. Let's create another list. Let's create another list and name it as list 2. Now, I want to create a list inside the list. List inside the list. How to do that? Square bracket. Inside the square bracket, I want 2 different square brackets. So this is the list inside the list. To the values for the first 4, 5, 6, 7. Likewise, do the values for the second as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or 6, let's say. Okay, this is the list 2. This is the list 2. How to show it? Likewise. Now, how selecting the list elements? Now, we created the list 1 and list 2. How to select the elements inside this list? Okay. First, let's see the elements from list 1. Okay. Because this is a single list, not a double list. So, subset values. Okay. Let me just put markdown over here as well. A selecting element. Okay. Subset value. I list. I want select item at index. Let's say at index 1. What is the item at index 1? Okay. Before, let me show you the values. These are the values. Okay. And now I want to see the values at index 1. View in index value in the square bracket. Okay. So in the square bracket, it starts from 0. 0th element is this, and the 1th element is this. So the 1th element value will be shown. All right. How to select the third last element? Okay. If you want to start from last, you can go for negative numbering, negative index numbering. Let's say -1, it will give you the last element. Okay. Let's say if you want to give the -3, it will give you the last third element. Very good. What about the slicing then? The slicing using colon. I list in the square bracket, go for slicing. Let's say I want to show the values from first index colon to 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 means index 1 and 2. Right? Index 1 and 2 because it's n minus 1. Right? So it will show me the values at index 1 and 2. Right? Very good. What about the select items after, let's say, index 0? This is the index 0, right? Select everything after index 0. So how to do that? I list my list name in the square brackets. I will start from 1 and put the colon. After colon, I will keep it blank. So everything after colon I want. So keep it blank. So everything after index 0 will be selected. Select items before index 3. How to do that? Before index 3. So I'll put the colon and don't put anything before colon. 3 after the colon. So before index 3, everything will be selected. Very good. How do you copy any list? Let's say this is the list, the first list. Copy means to show each and every value, access each and every value inside the list. Put the colon and that's it. Leave it blank. You will get each and every values, each and every item from the list. Alright. What about the subset list of list? List of list means, see, list 2, my list 2, you will get this list of list, right? List inside list. So how to access in this case? You have to put the list name, my list 2. Let's say I want to access the first list. Inside first list, I want to access the number 7. So I have to give 2 square brackets. Okay. So first square bracket tells you which list you want to access. 0th list or first list. Okay. So I want to access the 0th list. This is the whole 0th list, right? So write 0 over here. The second bracket tells you inside that 0th list which index value you want to access. So 0, 1, 2, 3. I want to access third index value. So it will give me 7. It will give me 7. Likewise, let's say I want to access the second list inside the list. Second list. So how to give that? I have to write, instead of 0, I have to write 1 because it's the first one, 0 and 1. Okay. Inside this, let's say I want to access the 5, 0, 1, 2. So I have to give it 2. Okay. And this is how you access the list inside the list. What are the list? Again, operations are there. If you can look at what are the list operations are there. Let's see that. Let's see those. And we add two lists. Can we add two lists? Yes, of course we can. Let's say we have a list, my list, and I add it with another my list. So what will happen? It will like merge the two lists into a one big list. It will return a one big list. Okay. This is how it happens. What about we multiply something? Let's say multiply 2. What will happen? It will show me each and every value twice inside a list. Right? 2 times. Very good. What about, now let's say if I want to know the length of the list. So I will use the function len. Okay. Len. Let's say my list 2, I want to know whether it is greater than 4. Length of the my list 2, whether it is greater than 4. It is showing me false. No, it is not greater than 4. Is it greater than 1? Yes, true. It is greater than 1. Okay, the values inside that list, right? Number of values. All right. What about the list methods, man? I want to know about some of the list methods as well. Let's see the methods then. Let's take my list, the first my list. I want to show how to get the index of an item. Any item, how to get the index of an item. So let me show you the items inside the list. These are the items. 2 of the variables and 2 of the values are from, these are 2 of the values are from variable and these are the actual values we put. All right. So let's get the index. Use the index function. Use the index function. Let's say I want to know the index of variable A. I want to know the index of variable A, and you get the value 2. See, 0, 1, 2. At the second index, 2th index, you will have the value is. Okay, and E is represent the A. Earlier we did that, if you remember. Okay, here. All right. Okay. What about the count of it? There is a count function as well, which counts the items. Dot count it. How many times it can? It has occurred only one time. Okay. How about append? How can you append an item at a time? I'm saying how to append the item at a time into the list. Take a list, use the function append. Always remember, append will happen at the end of the list. Okay. You can append anything. Let's say I want to append a symbol, exclamatory symbol. Okay. At the end of the list. Now see the list. There is append has appended into the list at the end. All right. Very good. How to remove any item? How to remove any item from the list? Use the remove function. And give whatever you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove this exclamatory mark only. So if you see, then after that, if you see item that we added, now it's removed as well. How can we remove anything without the remove function? We can remove it using the del function as well. There is a delete function which can be written as del. Inside a round bracket, write your list name Yeah, and inside list name, go and access using square bracket from 0, let's say 1. Let's say I want to access this first one, the my item value. Okay, from 0, n minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0. So it will go ahead and delete that. It will go ahead and delete that. See, now it's not visible. How can we reverse the list? Using very simple reverse function. How can we reverse the list? Using reverse function. Don't give any value inside this. It will reverse it automatically. Now you can see each and every value has been reversed. Okay, you can run it again. And now see it is reversed again. Back, right? How to extend any list? Extend. See, sometimes people get confused between append and extend. Okay, this is very good interview question as well. Difference between append and extend. It does the same thing. Not extend. Let's say I want to extend it with the exclamatory mark again. So this is how the extend happens. It appends an item, right? But what append function does? It appends at a time. Append function appends at a time. Alright? Okay, what about the pop function then? There is a pop function as well which removes the item. See, we have seen the pop function, we have seen the the remove function, the del function. Alright? So these are the methods, these are the various ways to delete an item from a list. Okay. In the pop, give the index number. Let's say I want to pop the last one. So it will return. So now see, as soon as I executed this statement, it returns me a value. It returns me whichever the items from the list has popped out. Alright. So it's an exclamatory mark. Alright. How to insert any elements? Elements into the list? Using insert function. In the insert function, you have to provide two parameters. First, the index value at which you want to insert. Let's say I want to insert at the 0th index. And which value you want to insert? Let's say I want to insert the exclamatory mark again. That. See? Now, at the 0th position, you will find the exclamatory mark. Very good. How to sort the list? Now, there is a trick. How to sort the list? There is a very good interview question. They ask that what is the difference between sort and sorted? So you can say that sort the list in place and sort the list out of the place. What does that mean? That sort function, see, sort function does not create the copy of the function and copy of the list. Okay, it rearranges the original items into the original list. Okay. What about the sorted then? The sorted function creates another copy of the original list. And that returns the copy of the list. Okay. It returns the copy of the list. Okay. So it does not affect the original list. But in the sort case, it rearranges the original list only. But that is the difference. Alright. That is the difference. So see, if I run it here, it will give me an error. Or it won't run for me for now. So what happens is that I have some of the okay, sorry. It won't give me an error. I think everything is I have put it under the string format. So that is fine. So it is sorted me according to the lexicographically order. Okay. So let's say if I had numerical orders, so it will go for the numerical purpose. Alright. So this is all about the string methods the list methods that we had. Okay. Let's see about the libraries that we get inside the Python. Okay. What are the different libraries that we get? We usually get the pandas. Pandas are the mighty pandas that we're gonna see. Okay. There is NumPy. NumPy we will see first. Okay. Because the NumPy is very important. And on the top of NumPy, there is a Panda has built. Okay. Then there is a Scikit-learn. The Scikit-learn is also there. Okay. Then there is Matplotlib. Then there is Bokeh as well. Okay. Then there is a Seaborn as well. Okay. Then there is many more like that. Okay. So we will see all of these. We will see all of these. No problem. So these are the Pandas libraries. The Python libraries that you can import. First of all, just install it using pip install and library name, and then import it using import keyword. Okay. Import it using import keyword. All right. How to do a import library and selective import? Let me show you that as well. When you import, you use import keyword and then a library name. Let's say NumPy. Right. This is what you do. What about the selective import? In the selective import, you go for like this. From, let's say there is a library, math library. From math package, you import the py. You import only module py. Okay. This is how you do the selective import, and this is the normal import. Okay. Likewise. Okay. What else? There is a NumPy already over there in the Python. So let me show you a little bit about NumPy and its functions and operation. I will create a separate video on NumPy, no problem. But I just want to highlight basic things about NumPy over here as well. Okay. So let's start about the NumPy then. I will just change this name only over here. Hi. Okay. Let's see NumPy. Before creating the NumPy, there is a NumPy is used for storing arrays and all, So you can you can convert your Python list into a NumPy array. How? Let me show you that. Let's see, this is my list. I want to put some other values inside this my list. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to store it into the my list variable only. Okay. So whenever you run the my list, you will get these values. Okay. Now let's create an array of NumPy. My array. Okay. Inside my array, you will see what you will see. You have to import something. So how to import that? You have to import it using like this. Import NumPy as np. You can give this aliases. This is called alias np. Let's say you don't want to use the big name, but you want to use the short name. So that's why you give the aliases. So run this before using this. Okay. np.array. And give the list name over here. Give the list name inside it. So you will get the I array. You will get this my array. This is the NumPy array now. Alright? Okay. How to create the two-dimensional array, 2D arrays. Okay? 2D arrays. My 2D array. Let's see. np.array. Inside it, we have to create a square bracket, right? We have to create a square bracket inside it. Let's say I want to create 2D. So, two square brackets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, the values for first list. Okay. Second one is, let's say 4, 5, 6. Alright. Now this is a 2D array. Into the NumPy. This is 2D array into the NumPy. Alright. Very, very simple. Now how to select NumPy array elements? For subset using slices, for subset 2D NumPy arrays, how to select it? Let's select item at index, we can say at 1. Let's see item at index 1 for my array. So this is the elements at the my array 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I want to select the index at 1. It will give me the value 2. At index 2, it starts from 0. Okay. Very good. What about the slice? My array, I want to start from 0, colon 2 minus 1. So whatever the values are there, it will show me. Alright. What about the 2D arrays then? 2D arrays. I have these my 2D array. Okay. Inside my 2D array, I want to show some rows and columns. So first, see, you have to provide two things inside square bracket. You have to provide two things. First is rows, second is columns. Okay. So let's say I want each and every row. Each and every row, how to do that? Using colon, comma. I want to know the column number. Let's say zeroth column. Zeroth column. See, I got the values 1 and 4. Right? All rows and first column. All rows and first column. So I will get the value 1 and 4. Okay. Let's say I want to know, I want to get the values 2 and 5. How to do that? All rows and first column. All rows and first column. 2 and 5. Right? Very good. So this is how you can access the 2D arrays in NumPy. Okay. Just go over here and play around it. Alright. What are the next operations that we can perform on NumPy array? Operations that we can perform on NumPy array. Let's see. Okay. So can we say my array greater than 3? Can we say that? It will give me, because it's a Boolean question. Is it true or false? So it is saying, yes, it is true for last one, but for first 3, it is false. For first 3, it is false. So the fourth value is greater than 3, but for first 3, it is false. So it will go ahead inside the array and check it for each and every item, for each and every element. Alright? What about my array if we multiply it by some integer value? So it will multiply each and every item inside the array. Okay? 2 will be multiplied with each and every item. We can multiply it by 3 as well. Any value. Alright? Can we add or concatenate two different NumPy arrays? Let's see. This is my array. I concatenate it with like plus another NP array. Another array. I'm creating over here inside square bracket. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8. And it will give me. Now, the normal person will think I am just concatenating it, but I am not concatenating it. I am adding it with the original numbers. The 5 getting added with the 1, it is giving me 6. Okay. The 6 getting added with the 2, it is giving me 8. Okay. Likewise. Okay. So this is what it is. Some of the basic operations into NumPy. What are the other functions that comes under NumPy array? Very basic functions. I will show you. Functions. Very basic functions these are. Okay. Very basic functions. I thought you should know before going further. Okay. We can get the dimensions of the array. How to get the dimensions of the array? If an interviewer asks, give me the dimension of this array, you can use the shape function. And use the shape. Okay. Now don't give the brackets over here like this. Okay. You can go without the bracket and it will give you the shape of the function. See, rows and columns, it tells you rows and columns. What about the 2D? The shape of the 2D function is, what do you think? The shape of the 2D function is 2 and 3. Right? 2 rows and 3 columns are there. 2 rows and 3 columns are there. Alright? Okay. How to append an item to an array? How to append any item to an array? You can use np.append function. You can use np.append function and give another array to it. Give any array to it. Alright? This is how you append it. How you can insert the item in an array? How to insert the item in an array? It's also very simple. You can go for np.insert. Give let's say you give this array. You want to insert my array and you want to give the positions and what you want to insert, right? This is how. See, at the index number 1, you want to insert the value 5. So at index number 1, you have inserted the value 5. This is how you insert it, right? How to delete an item from an array? Using delete function. np.delete delete np dot delete, give the array name, and you want to delete one. See, you want to delete one. So likewise it happens. What about the, now see, when you dive into data analysis part, there is very important terminology comes like mean, finding mean, median, mode, standard deviations. How to do that? Okay, how to do those? Go for np dot mean. You want to find the mean of this array. You will need the mean. Mean means average. How to find the median? np dot median. Median means the middle value. It's like a mean only, but middle value. Alright. How to find the mode? There is a mode function as well. How can you go for the correlation coefficient? Now the correlation coefficients also comes handy when you do the data analysis. But correlation coefficient, not double R, coef. I believe this is it. Sorry. It's supposed to be CORRCOEF coefficients. I think the correlation coefficients has something different values, I think. Okay, no problem. We will look at it later on. No problem. Okay. So I think there is something changed. What about the standard deviation? Let me show you the standard deviation over here then. np dot std. This is a standard deviation you can show. Okay. So these are the very, very common basic Python terminologies I showed you as a cheat sheet. Cheat sheet for your preparation for beginner level interviews. Okay. You can just watch it before going for interviews and you are good to go. Now this is a part 1. I will go for part 2 as well. The parts or the concepts or topics that I haven't covered in this video, I will cover in the next video. So please stay tuned for that one as well. So this is the Python for data science or data analytics cheat sheet. Alright, if you like this, hit the subscribe button and like button as well. Let me know in the comment down below how you are doing. Till then, peace out.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly cat, it's not your fault.